Good morning. Welcome to Crafting a Country Life. I'm Andrea, and I'm coming on to share some things for Jill Norwood's Saturday Morning Makes. I have finally finished a couple projects that I've had ongoing for quite some time. So I'm going to start by sharing this little stuffed rabbit that I made a little while back. Let's move this basket out of the way. Here she is. And I decorated her up for Christmas with this embellishment that I had put together using some pastel colors. I'll just share, first of all, what she looks like. She's just a little stuffed rabbit made of muslin. And then I just put a little decorative fabric around and gathered it at her neck and stitched it together to make a little dress. And then I added a little ribbon and pearl at her neckline. And then her eyes and nose are just stitched with embroidery floss and a little bit of blush on her cheeks. So this coordinates really nicely with these colors. This is a die cut piece of paper, and I layered it with the plastic Dollar Tree snowflakes that you can buy in a package right here. And then on top of that, I popped these up with foam dots. I don't know if you can see in there. There's the foam dots in between the layers. I decorated this back star with some of that imitation snow that you can rub on with like a spatula. And then I put some glass glitter over that. Added a few Nuvo drops just to kind of decorate a little bit on the points of the stars. So we've got the paper star in the background, the plastic Dollar Tree star, and then a smaller die cut star similar to the one in the back, but a little bit smaller, and that's the next layer. And then on top of that, there's a vellum rosette. I don't know if you can really see that, but there is a vellum rosette. And then on top of that, there's another flocked white snowflake that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby. These are plastic as well. And then a die cut wreath with glitter on it, and a tiny little deer that I used pearlescent cardstock to cut that out. And right on the top is a tiny piece of gathered cardstock that's pleated like a ruffle, and then I put a tiny little sentiment right in the middle. And then some pink twine, and then she just wears this around her neck. And she'll probably go onto my tiered tray when I get that set up. She'll be one of the elements that I put on there. She's just so cute. I had to share. Okay, so that's the first project. And then in here, now I've been working on these little stockings for quite a long time. You know, I would pick them up and work on them a little bit here and there in the evening, or you know, whenever I had a few minutes. And then eventually, after the course of so much time, I finished them all up, so I wanted to share the results. But these little stockings were so much fun to put together. This one is a wool felt with some hand-stitched embroidery floss and some beading on it. And they all have a bit of ribbon at the top, so that these could be hung on a little garland if you wanted to do that. And you know, you could even use it as an advent. I think there's 12 of them. I have to count, but you could tuck little gifts inside there, or just use them on a pretty ribbon and hang them up in your home, which is probably what I'm going to do. So that's the first one. This is the second one, and it has some red rickrack stitched into the side seam. And this is a cotton velveteen fabric with wool felt appliques and buttons on the front. So that's number 2. And this I tucked in. My grandmother made this for me years ago. She's long since passed away, but she loved to crochet and knit, so that was from her. I'll tuck that aside, put it in my tiered tray. And then this, again, some wool felt, and it's got a tiny little wool applique snowman with some embroidery floss on the front, some French knots and some stitching, and this is a really pretty cotton ribbon that I put on this one. And again, the edges zigzagged a little bit with my pinking shears. That's that one. This one is a cotton jersey knit fabric. It's a little bit stretchy, and it's got a little bell and gold ribbon bow on the front style here. And then this one is a wool coating fabric, and it has some ribbon at the top going through some little slots that I put, felt stars and beads, and some blanket stitching around the edges. And the next one, sort of a purple. Again, this is that cotton velveteen with some ribbon and little felt snowy icicles at the top with some blanket stitching. This is a cute one. I like that color. It's a little non-traditional. And this one is kind of a harlequin version with the prairie points and the little bells. This is silk fabrics, the gold and the purple, and then it's stitched at the top of a cotton velveteen knit fabric. Again, with the little maroon and pink ribbon at the top to hang it. Don't you love the sound of those bells? Really festive. Here's another knit stripe, similar to the other one that I just showed you. Again, with the bell and the ribbon. And here's one with some more beading. This was just hand stitched with a running stitch around the edge, and then I beaded the center and the top edge with different sizes of glass beads. You can kind of see how that looks. And then just the small beads around the edge. This is such a pretty shape. I love that. And that's on a wool fabric. And then this gold one, this is silk with the little elf shape to the boot. Some stitching here with beading and the rickrack at the top edge. And there's the back. Okay, this one again, some silk, sort of a raw silk. And then it's got pom-pom trim and some velveteen stretch fabric at the top. These are all natural fibers. There's no polyester here. It's all silk, wool, cotton. And the last one, a little bit of stitching with embroidery floss and some blanket stitching around the edge. I love the shape of this one too. It's kind of chunky. So these were really, really fun to work on. I enjoyed every minute of stitching on these. So we'll have to find a fun spot downstairs to hang them up for the holidays. And then I had one more project that actually I completed this last spring, but it was sitting on my desk. Let me share it with you. It's a tiny little painting that I did on, on a 3-inch canvas, miniature snowy mountain scene. And I just love it. I have it displayed on my drafting table. And I picked these canvases up. I'm pretty sure I got these at Joann's quite a while back. They have this stretcher frame on the back. And this little easel, I bought this one at Walmart and just set this on here. Now, I also picked up these canvas boards. They come in a pack of 3 from Walmart. I think they're 97 cents for a package of 3. So these work also really nicely. But the stretcher frame ones, I believe, are from Joann's. But what I was thinking for the holidays is maybe picking up another one of these, or even a couple. You could certainly paint different ones for different seasons. And I thought it would be fun to decorate. And you don't have to do paintings on these either. If your particular interest is paper crafting, you could cut out paper craft shapes, add stickers. You can paint the background if you want to, or just put some cardstock background on there and decorate it with ribbons and laces and sentiments. Make a collage out of it. There's a million different things. But I'm also thinking I'm going to take this easel and paint it, maybe in a holiday color, and add some ribbon at the bottom or some pom-poms and, bling it up a little bit with Nouveau drops or gems, maybe a little lace. I don't know. This idea just kind of came to me, and I thought I'm going to give that a try. So if I can find some more of these easels at Walmart, I'm going to pick a couple of them up. These were very inexpensive. I think $1.97 or something when I purchased that. So that is it for my Saturday morning makes sharing for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing this video and some of the different projects I've been working on recently. And also a shout out to Jill for doing such an amazing job of helping us all come together and share with each other. And this is just such a fun and warm and inviting community, and I'm really enjoying being a part of it. So if it's something that you think you might want to try, you can upload a video to YouTube if you do that, or to Instagram and put the hashtag satmornmakes. And it will upload, and then we can see some of your projects as well, if that's something that interests you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be busy getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday this coming week, and my daughter and future son-in-law will be here to help us with some of the decorating and organizing. They've decided they'd like to have the wedding here at the house next fall, so we're looking forward to that, but there's also a lot to do to get the place ready and getting up and running for that. So lots going on. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.